You know those videos of like a girl goes out with a guy and then they've been dating with a guy for a while and then she starts cheating on them, and then like the person that she's cheated on and the one that she's cheating with like happen to meet up and they meet each other and they like start talking like, wait, why the hell are you at my house? Like, dude, I'm dating this woman. Like, no, I'm dating this woman. Oh shit, I guess we're getting like screwed over. And then they just like start hanging out because like bond. Yeah, it's like they're like, all right. It sounds a little bit like that. Like, oh man, imagine finding the gay couple that your girlfriend was like having for dance partners, and it's like, well, turns out we're actually all really cool.
It's like I think that's kind of the same energy where it's like you need that contrasting energy of like, this family sucks, but they're actually pretty alright when you get to know them. And like, it looks like that's a bad situation, but she just wants to go dance with a dude, and that other dude's husband also is just like, fucking sports, we ball. Shockingly, men can be friends.
No, never.
This reminds me of two things. One is the Simpsons episode where Homer meets a gay guy.
Oh, I love that one. It's fucking John Waters.
And two is a Family Guy joke where Stewie asks why you can't date someone and just hang out and basically do stuff like that. And Brian's like, yeah, that's called being gay. And then the Stewie's like, oh yeah, I could definitely do that.
Thanks for giving me money, Misty. Thanks for owning part of my soul. Thanks for like having me like need more things out of you.
Meanwhile, Misty just gives me video games randomly.
We'll start giving Tilson video games.
Do not.
You tried to make them not do it, and then they do it anyway. All right, let's get the ball rolling. Let's get the stone moving.
I will actually feel like legitimately awful bad if you give me games.
I mean, I used to yell at Misty, but now it's just gotten to the point where it's been like 8 years and I can't get them to stop.
Yeah, I just gave you Drop Duchy a few days ago.
I've been meaning to play it, but I've just been so out of things.
Yeah.
I just have like this very bad, weird relationship with gifts and money in general.
Same.
And if you give me anything, like if you do anything for me, like even like interacting with me, right? Any interaction comes with like a weird transaction in my brain where if you do something positive for me, you are now I am now indebted to you. And I have to get rid of this positivity debt so that we can go back to net even, or I'm in the positive. This includes like video games. Like if you give me a video game, you are now on the, you now have to like look out over your shoulder. You now have to be on the watch. Like my fucking AC 130 inbound, like airdropping you a video game into your account of greater or equal monetary value. It will be a useless exchange.
I don't expect anyone to ever give me anything in return. I just do it because I want to do it.
I know, but
Also,
I want you to not do it.
Why am I never able to use the friends list to just join people on this?
What type of weapon is that? A hammer?
It's a hunting horn.
Oh.
I'm gonna use hunting horn today.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see. Little icon is hunting.
Yo.
Oh my god, for fuck's sake. I'm trying to join and it's just going connecting, kicks me out. Connecting, kicks me out.
Oh my gosh, the game hates you.
Tilton joined fine.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah, I joined just fine. Seems like a skill issue, honestly.
Yeah.
I have to like screenshot my my hunting horn songs and pull them up on my other monitor.
You need your move list.
Yeah. I need my fighting game cheat sheet move list. Which I actually did do whenever I went to the tourist place and got the high score on the Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet.
Also, Tilton, you can do the knock thing whenever.
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
I only just remembered actually myself. I was like, shit, right? That's a thing. Do the cool thing. And you're better and faster at it than I am.
All right, request sent. There we go. You're in the room. Start sharing chat. Let's go, dude.
There we go.
Shared chat is enabled.
Now I can do this.
Does the exclamation point fish work whenever you're typing in? Oh shit, it does.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's just like how when we are tied together, I can ban other people. I'm guessing that it would only.
Oh, you got the like suspiciously sexy fish.
I'm so sorry. Is that the Marion Garyon or something? Like.
No, it's you know the fish, like in Finding Nemo. There's like the dude with the scarred face and.
Oh, Willem Dafoe, yeah.
Yeah, him. I call it like the suspiciously sexy fish because there's like I found like posts of people going like, hey, you know what? That fish actually kind of hot.
There's so many people that think that fish is hot, but it's like, it's Willem Dafoe and he's a scarred fish. What do you expect? It's like Scar in The Lion King.
Yeah.
Scar does have a very sexy voice in The Lion King.
Scar is like undeniably queer-coded. And it's one of those things where it's like, I would not believe for my life that Scar is gay, but I would believe in my life that Scar is a vicious bisexual monster.
That tracks.
That man's sitting there and he's like, I am the top line. What do you expect from me?
Honestly, at some point, whenever you were like a king at that sort of level, then like, why aren't you just like going into full hedonism and exploring every single like sexuality? Like there's some form of a gay Scar in there.
The craziest part about Scar for me as like a guy who barely remembers but still kind of remembers The Lion King is it's like he ran literally on the policy of like, but like what if equality, but also what if fascism?
Yeah.
Because he was just like, I'm gonna let the hyenas have whatever they want. And then it was like, yeah, well that somehow made the world go to shit. Like, but how?
Because they ate everything.
But like, the hyenas are usually, at least, not
Hey Bill, nice to see you.
primary
Welcome in.
predators. Like, they tend to go for carrion a lot of the time, because it's easier than hunting, right?
Nice
so
to see you,
realistically,
Bill.
they would just be following
with
the
a,
lions around anyway,
different
just
friend
eating
group today.
whatever was left. So it's just very odd. It just seems like Scar's just bad at management.
Oh man, I missed my fish. I'm just fishing.
Dude, I love that fucking giant hammer.
Yeah, I've only used the hunting horn in World. So I'm looking forward to seeing how different it feels in this game.
Oh, my bones, my human bones.
I'm also using
Strangely human bones.
a different
No,
fighting
I
style?
just healed, you dick. I want to know if this code has the if healing target like Elden Ring does.
that would be really funny. I think it has happened enough that
Oh no, you
like every single time that you're like in trouble or you have lower health or like something has happened, it has felt
Sharpening,
suspiciously
etc.
like it is more common for you to be a target. Also, hey Sari, welcome in, girl. How you doing?
Cool, thank you.
love that defense boost.
Yeah, exactly, like perfect timing.
This thing's hitboxes.
Dude, he's a cheater. He has the most privileged hitboxes known to man.
Like, I need to jump on him to do attacks. I'm in aerial style, but I can't. And then every time he attacks, his hitbox is everywhere.
Oh, that one's nice.
Anyway.
I didn't realize that I could get as much error with that slash as I do. That's really nice, actually.
Ooh.
That's bad, however.
What is this? This is Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. It is a video game that is quite good.
Sure is.
Pretty old, too.
It is
Yes.
also one of the older installations. We say older, but it's also like
It's a
It's
new
the
version
Switch.
of the old.
It's the newest of the old styles.
Well, it's also just the newer, older version that has re-releases.
Yeah. This wasn't originally going to be released in the East or the Western territories.
You know what's fucking rad? Just speaking of old games, that you can buy Resident Evil 1 through 3 and Dino Crisis on PC.
Oh yeah, because of
GOG fucking rules, man. I don't
Sure
give
does.
enough. I don't give enough credit to them. I am.
Did you know that
Artistry.
GOG has like a creator code? So if you could be like if you want to be like good friends with GOG and they're good friends with you, they'll just like give you a code so that people can get discounts on video games.
That's good. I support creator codes. It's one of the few good things Epic does. You also cannot do it with Epic anymore because they told people they're not doing creator codes if you're not above a certain amount anymore.
Yep.
Which is really funny to me because I'm like, I don't think that you're making that many sales off creator codes. I hate to tell you.
Yeah, and apparently Epic's a black hole of advertising.
Yes. It is a nightmare. It is a great platform for if you're a dev because it will just give you free money, but that game is not really releasing until it's on other platforms.
Yeah, it's like this is more or less a beta.
Whenever the Kingdom Hearts games came to PC and they were first on EGS, there were so many people that just didn't know that it was released on PC.
But we're playing the ancient game because it's on Switch currently.
Yeah, the ancient game is on Switch. Ancient game on Switch, which feels both simultaneously like not incorrect, but also
I mean,
wrong.
Switch is also old now. Like,
Yeah, Switch is old. Like Tears of the Kingdom is how old now?
it's like almost 10 years for like
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom itself is like what, like 4 years? 3 years? It was like COVID, right?
Three. Yeah.
Yeah. But also, like, I say this as a, at this point, diehard walking on the PC type person. Fucking Nintendo is like the world's strongest console soldier at this point. Like, fucking PlayStation's the only other one in the race, and it's not really a race.
I saw that you can add
PC
like
too.
a mouse to the Switch too.
Yeah. They're probably going to be mouse-shaped peripherals for it.
Honestly, if
you
Nintendo
can just hook up your
ever
normal
did,
mouse, like you can hook your PC mouse into the Switch too, and play using that mouse function.
Sweetness.
if Nintendo ever did decide we are going to go on to PCs, like, they would have infinity money at that point. Like,
it's true.
they would
probably know this and they still don't want to do it.
Because
probably.
Nintendo is not actually, like, as much as people like to go, Nintendo only cares about money, that's why they don't ever do sales. Nintendo actually has said openly that they're completely fine taking losses for years if they need to. They have enough in surplus.
Yeah.
They prefer to just do their own thing and see how it works out and have fun with it. And it's like, you know what? I respect it until your business falls apart. And that's not saying that I wish that on them or I think that it will happen. I think
Is Nintendo a public company?
Yes.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it feels like an extra weird stance for them to take. It's like, yeah, we just kind of like want to fuck around and find out.
40 years of...
they are at least on the
time.
Tokyo stock.
Yeah, but like 40 years of time kind of buys you a lot of goodwill, you know? Like...
Yeah.
I need to start bringing honey with me.
I need to start bringing action.
They're making people lease the Switch too. You act like that isn't what consoles have been for the last 15 years. I'm sorry, I know that people love to go, Nintendo's talking about the license, and that's the same thing as the Xbox 360.
Oh,
Modding those was technically illegal too. You could just do it.
Also, if you're
you have
probably like
Steam-
one of those that's going to mod your Switch 2 in the first place and you just don't care. It's more of a cover your ass statement than anything.
You'd be voiding your warranty anyway. Like, if you own any games on Steam, you don't own those games on Steam. That's the nature of, like, even when you bought carts back in the day, you talked about buying it, but it was still a licensing thing. You could still get in trouble for modifying your shit back then. It's just, who's gonna pursue that?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It is the most like if they want to press you with a charge and they feel like they can do
Nintendo's
anything
not
with it.
going
It is
to.
the most. It is the most like, yeah, we just can now. We just have like a more like in paper preparation.
I don't know.
I want to own the
Nintendo,
Switch
of all
too.
the
I don't want to
companies,
buy
is
it.
probably the
Unfortunately,
only-
that's not what's gonna happen. And it's never been what's happened.
If any video game company was gonna charge you for messing with their shit, it would be Nintendo, though.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, they're the only company that actively, like, constantly gets their games pirated. like Sony's shit is not getting cracked as easily usually, but also, you just wait 2 years, it comes out on PC, it gets cracked then. Nintendo stuff, it's like, well, we're just gonna emulate it anyway because some Brazilian guy decided that he's gonna rip all the files.
Meanwhile, Oblivion
Apparently
Remaster was able to be pirated and cracked within like a day.
Yep, there you go.
That's a very weak argument.
If you want to be able to mod the thing, I hate to tell you, but like you're in the very small minority who's going to be affected by this sort of stuff. Unfortunately, user license agreements exist for all sorts of technology and how you're supposed to use things. There's a lot of shit that just like will void your warranty if you use them wrong. Even before modern tech.
Also, I definitely read want to own the
don't
Switch,
get me
don't want to
wrong.
buy it. And it's like, oh, so we're going to do robberies. Let's go, dude.
Like, but yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that like Nintendo's good for doing any of this stuff. I'm just saying, like, I hate to say that this has been the way that it's been for years. People just didn't realize it. I've had games disappear from my Steam library that I own.
Wasn't like one of the Lost Planet games like delisted and taken out of libraries?
It wasn't taken out of libraries, it was delisted, but you can't play it because it's so fuck busted, basically.
I love games for Windows Live.
Oh, do you remember when Dark Souls needed that?
Oh god. I have one of my favorite things that I have. Oh, thank fuck, I have no more heals.
I was about to just start spamming the my heal recovery song. I could just like stand off in the corner and just like mash it over and over again.
I have saved on my computer and in multiple places. I put it up on my like Google Drive and everything, just so I always have it somewhere. Because I lost it and I lost the other ones. But there was a Games for Windows Live message that I received doing PvP in Darker Garden in fucking Dark Souls 1. And it's just a guy calling me like every single slur. Like, they called me the N-word, they called me the F-slur, and I sent that into Dark Souls hate mail on Tumblr back in the day, and the guy that sent me that saw it and apologized to me. So it's like, I keep that Games for Windows Live thing just because it makes me think of that time. God, I hated Games for Windows Live, but at least it was a way that you could still receive hate mail. I haven't received hate mail from anybody from a Souls game in like 7 years, and like the Steam method is bad. It's not fun to get or send hate mail on it.
Yeah.
Honestly, more power to it. Let the hate mail die. We've got enough of that.
I'm one of those few people that enjoys receiving hate mail. I like when somebody's annoyed and feels the need to send me a thing and be like, "You piece of shit."
The closest thing I think we get anymore is when there's open mic on fighting games.
Oh my god, open mic on fighting games is the funniest fucking thing in the world, man. It's so good.
You only get like one of three things. You get the person that is angry and upset. Then you get like the person that is blasting Kesha. And then you have like the person that you can only hear their fucking keyboard noises. Or their fight stick, and just like every so often you'll just hear them sigh, like during their own combo.
There is a fourth secret version of this, which exists across all video games, however. If you grew up between the years of 2000 and 2010, which is, you go in and it's open mic and you hear the family of the kid fighting in the background.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that's one of the reasons I played Rainbow Six for so long, is I could still talk to people in that game and just have the most unhinged moments with them. Like, one of my subscription alert sounds is a person that was mad at me from Rainbow Six, and they just yelled, "Eat my butthole, Noid."
I love that one.
Why am I so old, kitty cat streamer person? Because I was born in a time that was not this one.
Why are you so old?
Why are you old? I don't know. Make me young, I guess. I don't know. Put me down.
Just reminds me of the beginning of Expedition 33, where you see an old man and the teammate that is the leader of your group just points at him and he goes, You're old!"
I mean, in that world, that would be rather surprising.
Oh yeah, but it's just, it's made such a good, like, sound bite. I've already seen people incorporating that clip into videos.
Time is the fourth dimension. Time is a prison. Time is a execution. Time is a slow, interesting creature. Time is a concept made from human perception.
Time is the snail that
things
comes
from
to
left
get
to
you
right.
eventually, but you can't outrun it. It's just a snail you can't outrun. That's what time is.
God is dead. You are not. Keep running.
I love that one particularly, actually.
I used to have this thing on my streams where I would have like a unique QR code, and it would just be like over off in like the bottom left or the bottom right corner of my screen, and you would scan it and give you like a weird message, and that was one of them.
It makes me think of the old Warhammer games, where when you would hit a loading screen, it would give you a random Warhammer quote, and it would just be like, there is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Giving me titties. No.
Oh no.
No, not the estrogen. No.
It's the titty time. Titties.
He's getting force femmed.
Take old biddlers.
Replacing my my fish oil pills with estrogen. Like, huh?
Dude, the other fucking day I logged into 14 and I was like, I'm curious what's going on over on the RP server. And I popped over there and was walking around examining people's fucking adventurer plates, and I saw one where it just said, oh god, what was the wording of it? It was like, here man transformed into Aura girl. And I was like, oh. Like, that's just in your search info. And I'm not sure how seriously that's meant to be taken versus just being fetishized. And it's really fascinating to me whether or not that's like real headcanon for this guy or it's just fetish bait. But it was so funny. It was so funny that that was what I ran into because it's like me just remembering like tilting force fem.
How do we get the Twitch one things? Just watching over time. You get more if you're subscribed, but I think like every 30 minutes you get more points.
I've been trying to think of things to add for mine, but I have literally zero creativity for a system that does not. It does not really exist in my brain because I never use it.
Dude, I also am creatively bankrupt. That's why I stream rather than work on my Lancer tabletop video series.
All of my non-creativity bankruptcy goes towards the world that Rachel's D&D campaign set in. But even then, it's like a different one because she has to modify it for the brains of simple people.
Which is a very incredibly difficult skill.
It sounds so rude, but it's like she does constantly have to dumb down the world that I've created for these people, and I'm like, come on, man, it's not that hard.
No, I understand. No, I get it. I too have been a dungeon master and a game master for many individual.
People be dumb.
I
miss stuff
encountered
all the time in games, so
the video game players. I know why we have yellow paint.
Yep. No, like it's for real though. Like no matter how good or perceptive you are about things, sometimes you will just completely miss something. There was a thing that I missed in Expedition 33. It was like at the very beginning. That was just I just didn't turn a corner. But it's like I just didn't see the corner.
Is there a map on that game?
Overworld only. The idea is supposed to be that, like, they have not mapped the internals of all of these places out, because all of the expeditions keep getting fucking erased.
That makes sense.
And honestly, I'm a pretty big fan of just using your eyes, having no,
The maps aren't that big either. Like, all of the levels are, like, you could traverse them in usually, like, 30 minutes.
I don't know, I was about to make an argument, and then I thought, well, Dark Souls.
Yeah, no, you don't need a map. Dark Souls is way more confusing than any of the areas in 33.
I'm also just like a really big fan of just having your place make sense. Yeah. And be able to navigate places, be able to just like use your own eyes. Outer Wilds, love you Outer Wilds forever. Outer Wilds, my beloved. Outer Wilds can do nothing wrong.
I need to play that game eventually.
Do it, you won't, pussy.
I said eventually.
Do it right now. Quit out the game right now. Launch Outer Wilds.
You're right, I won't.
I like Outer Wilds likes. I don't want to calculate space myself. It's an extension of my problem with driving, but you've turned it into a fucking spaceship. I was having this conversation with Shepard recently, where it's like, I don't drive because if I drive, I cannot perceive the area beyond the like stretch of my arm, and then the vehicle behind me. So I'm just essentially driving a death box at that point.
Oh, Pickle's here. Speaking
Oh
of Shepard,
fuck!
Shit, real?
Okay,
Why?
Shepard has been summoned, or at least his avatar.
yeah, his boy is here. Well, that's the cue to start carrying dung bombs.
Sir,
Can't. Sir, please, I'm trying to
this
kill a
thing
bird.
is like not even big enough for you to be happy with if you ate it. Like,
Yeah, this is a light snack at best.
I'll drive off a cliff one day. One day I'll drive off a cliff. Just one day. Sometimes, you know, whenever I say, you know what, today.
oh
No.
Oh, dude, I was in the middle
annihilated.
of using the health recovery.
I got hit by every single body part.
It swung its tail at me and I jumped on it.
Oh, the cat we're talking to. Oh, Noid's not a cat. Noid's a little creature.
Wait, am
He's a
I being
boy.
am I being referred to as a cat?
I think we figured out that you're the cat.
He is the
I'm not
boy.
I hate to tell you this. If you
Oh
go
wait,
look
no,
at-
no, they're talking to me.
Oh, are you a cat?
No, I'm
You're
a pony.
We're all confused now.
I have the ears. Because my avatar's got the pony.
I even have like the reactive up with like the names labeled.
that you know what? That makes it even funnier now that I realize.
Who the fuck is Purple Cat? I don't know.
Okay, that is Noid.
That
Okay.
is-
No,
Noid.
we're,
Yeah, I'm
we're
not-
all
I'm not a-
confused.
I'm not a-
Who's Purple Cat?
I'm
Who's
not
cat?
a cat. I'm a weird goo man. Please observe goo.
He's made of goo and elder.
The artist that did the avatar did make the eyes look cat-like, but it was because I had drawn the eyes being goopy, and that was how they decided to render it. Other people have also drawn it with slit eyes, but you fucking cat creature, excuse me?
You'd have to
One,
fight
do
Rachel
not-
for that one.
Do not touch me. Yeah, you're gonna be fighting an angry American woman at that point. But two, it's like you're gonna get slimed. Or if you're touching me in real life, you're gonna get skinned. Whether it's my skin that's gonna go on you or me skinning you is a different option. I'll pet you both.
Okay, maybe
Oh,
Rachel
I-
might be down for that. I don't know. That feels like possibly entering Rachel territory.
No, she largely is like, don't touch me. At least randomly speaking. There was a coworker at her work that was like, oh, Rachel, blah, 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 and then ran up and hugged her, and she was like, gross, weird, why are you touching me? And then the person like went to HR and was like, she looked really offended when I hugged her.
I mean, you gotta ask permission.
You definitely need to ask before hugging people. Like, I know somebody out there is going to be like, no, you don't. People need to be less sensitive. No, just don't touch people randomly, man. Like, it's fine. Like,
Some people really don't like being touched.
I am one of them. But yeah, no. If you do actually perceive Noid art, Noid is a goopy, weird man of tar-like flesh and teeth.
Yeah, we are fellow, not quite human creatures.
The original Noid drawing that I have since lost, unfortunately, due to it being over a decade old at this point, is of a black circular mask floating in front of a featureless gray face. And that was the original interpretation of Noid by an artist known as JoJo, who may or may not be dead.
Oh no.
Because they had cystic fibrosis, and the last time I spoke to them, they were in hospital, and they have not been online in like 6 years.
It is probably likely they are dead.
Yeah, it's a not zero possibility. Most people with cystic fibrosis, if they're not like
No,
given
I'm the
new
only
lungs
VTuber
by
here.
30.
I'm the only one with
Extreme
like
risk.
the
Yeah,
avatar.
it's-
Are you
It's
guys
unfortunate,
VTubers like those anime people? One of us is. Tilfin is. Mine was a mascot.
Yeah.
I'm just a MLP avatar thingy. Tony
Yeah.
Sona.
I would do a VTuber thing as a joke, but it would be like $2,000. Like, fuck off, buddy. It would be like $2,000 I'd have to spend to get like a good rigging of a viewing. I'm not sure I want to spend that right now.
I'm in trouble.
I
Horses
hate
are scary.
horses. They're scary.
Real horses? Yeah, I believe it.
Horses
One of my-
are fucking huge. They
One of
are
my favorite,
scary.
one of my favorite old Rooster Teeth videos is like.
But I'm a
50
very
years
small
old.
boat.
And it was Bernie Burns talking about how he went to a farm one time and he came back and his car had teeth marks in it. And one of the farmers, one of the farmers was like, "Oh, the horses must be cribbing again." And it's just they go over, bite a fence, and then suck air into their mouth and dig their teeth into the fence. But they did it to his car.
Huh.
I bet you sneeze like a bottom is an insane sentence.
I am a bottom.
So, like, yeah. If you sneeze, you sneeze like a bottom.
I mean, that makes sense. Fucking-
Just like shrug. Yeah, you're right.
It's like those people that type like.
Bitch.
I fucking knew it.
You hit me coming down.
Go, dick. Okay, there was something extremely funny about it doing a spin and then a bunch of crawfish just going flying though.
I never made that connection, but these things are crawfish.
Sort of, yeah.
Armored lobsters?
They're also like a kind of, what are they called? The fucking Pokemon is based on them. The crabs, the horseshoe crabs.
Yeah,
Like their heads are like horseshoe crab.
Kabuto? That's the one. Yes, Kabuto, because a couple times.
Horseshoe crabs are great. They're so small when they start out, and then they become these just horrifying head crabs.
I love that the Pokemon's just named Helmet.
You're not even directing this at them like they're a person. You're you're like a Roman emperor, just gesturing off in a corner like, you bottom.
The answer is pink. Orange is a strong second.
Stuff off orange. Orange is mine.
Okay, fine.
The reason why the fucking Team Noid color is orange is because it was previously Nick's color.
Well, I guess I have to fight Nick. Because as we all know, there can only be one orange enjoyer in the world. Orange is not a popular enough color for multiple people to...
You bottom is
to
not
want
the
them.
sentence I thought I would hear coming in. You should expect this.
Yeah, I think I've explained this as like I'm the icon of sin. Like every single time that I just like exist, like I bring out the worst in others. I bring out I bring it all out. Yeah, okay. Hey Faye. Welcome on
Hey,
in.
Faye.
Nice to see you. What are my I changed my horn. What's my songs for this one?
Doot and then doot doot.
Well, this one has like attack boost, defense boost, attack, defense, and health boost. The reason why I didn't roll with it is because the other one had like the health recovery, and I wanted to do healing.
I'm having a pretty good day.
I am moderate, not severe.
I played with the puppies quite a bit. They have way too much energy because they
I'm
are
alone, so alone.
You
Also,
are alone
puppies-
now because
puppies
Rachel's
are
out
big.
in the...
Yeah, that's why I'm alone.
Yeah, she's like what? She's going out. She's on something.
She's
Salem Witch
she's
Trials.
in Salem.
Salem. Okay. I didn't want to say where it was that she was just in case, because
No, she's
hi,
open
I'm the
about
paranoid online internet streamer person.
that. She's openly said that, so like it's fine.
I don't know where in Salem, but she's out there.
Yeah, that's the trickier part. Is like good luck finding her.
She posted a really nice looking piece of, I don't know what kind of meat that was, but it looked good.
I have no idea. I went and took a look, and I'm like, I can't tell what this is. Giving the Kremlin titties.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Me looking at the Chimera and thinking what else I can combine into it.
Oh, there you go. There are your titties.
How many cows do I need to combine into this to get this?
How many udders?
How many
Are-
udders?
Are udders edible?
I assume that almost every part of an animal is edible, but you probably don't want to eat it.
Yeah, probably. I hear chicken hearts are good and not really gamey, but I've never had a chicken heart.
I come
chicken
back and
liver.
I'm tittied up. My big old boobies.
Tilfin Force Femme continues.
All right, do we want stockings? Like I got stocking options. We can also go.
The degeneracy of this is escalating.
Stockings highlights huger. The titties are gross.
as
Damn.
fuck.
Damn.
He's just disappearing into the rain.
Oh, I didn't know that you could like see that.
The rain.
Yeah, I have like I have a button that plays like Unravel, and shows up like the
I forgot
the
about
rain.
that. Is it like the really bad kazoo version?
No, it is a real ass version.
Okay. I
A
can
big old
firmly say
jiggler's
that
damn nice.
I would not ever want boobs.
I already have boobs.
Having, well, larger than man boobs kind of thing. But like fucking, if I turned into Meatloaf from fucking, you know, Fight Club, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get the fucking gender-affirming surgery. I don't need more shit hanging off my body. Fucking dick and balls is enough, man. You deal with one and you deal with it all. Could kill someone with my titties. Oh.
Yeah,
Join
just
Rachel.
ups.
There's weapons at that point.
Big
Yeah.
old fun cans, fun bags.
Need to have a license for these titties.
I was reminded of a fucking image board ass website. Ooh, that's a good bit. That I really shouldn't have known when I was younger the other day. Because people were talking about websites that they went to that they shouldn't have. and I was reminded of the hentai image board Eris Dies. And it was like, wow, that's really specific. That's super targeted. But even more funny is, like, I was reminded of the fact that I saw a webcomic on there that somebody had made where the entire premise was, like, this woman is a superhero that fights villains by shooting milk out of her gigantic TF movies. And I'm just like, man, the internet was wild back then. Erase the purple cat right now.
Unfortunately, I do not think that Monster Hunter has PvP enabled.
Also, what, you think Misty's gonna erase me?
It's got friendly fire, but it doesn't have any damage.
Oh shit! I didn't know that I was gonna get hit with the thing.
They made a whole anime based on getting power from sucking on titties. Wait, what?
Yeah, that's news to me.
Is this a
Excuse me?
hentai anime?
I don't doubt you, and there is a strong possibility I actually have just repressed this, but...
Yeah. It's like, I have seen this before. I did not want to know about it, so I repressed it.
Can't believe that the Geoprey are absolutely just like trying their hardest to get into me. Like, come on, brothers, come on. The resistance is here.
Oh, I'm in a bad place.
The resistance
There's always help.
televised.
You can always see things online if you're in such a bad place.
Well, the bad place was between a snake and a hard place. Well, I guess, vestigial limbed snake.
They call no Quasar. Damn.
Wait, fuck, it was Quasar? I do know that show. Oh no. I did actually just repress the memory. Oh no, I did watch at least like 2 or 3 episodes of Quasar.
I was joking, but apparently it was real.
I read that manga at like 14, 15. Yeah, no, I was exposed to that also like at the wrong point. But by, I'm gonna be honest, by like fucking 15 to 16, I had seen some shit.
Yeah, 15, 16, I was probably on like 4chan.
Yep.
Rip 4chan.
God
Rest
damn
in
it!
peace. No, wait, no, Rest in Peace is actually pieces. Never let it come back. It doesn't deserve it.
Well, the problem is it is resting in pieces, which is why even worse websites like 8chan exist.
Wasn't
It was
there
very
something about
sheltered. It was the first time I got unrestricted. You went like from 0 to 60. You didn't go like, ooh, boys love. You went right to fucking Quasar.
Right for the weird shit. Let's go. Straight off to the deep end.
I hate the Polish Shepherd. No, I'm not gonna mention it.
Oh, what, we're not taking the opportunity to throw Shepard under the bus? Damn.
Oh my god, let me stand up, you ass.
No, but every time something like this comes up, he mentions Boku no Pico, and it's like...
Honestly, that feels kind of tame.
It's not even that weird. It's just bad. Like, it's not socially respectable, but it's not weird. It's like, it's pretty tame. It's just gross.
Yeah.
It was just also like memed on, and that's why Shepard knows it.
Yeah, well, he specifically knows it because he was around me during the era where 4chan was Boku no Pico posting.
This thing apparently just lives here now. We mentioned Shepard and it showed up again.
It really is just coming at the mention of Shepard.
It's great. It's terrible, but it's great.
In mid-dodge, my character canceled out the dodge to climb, and I got hit with a paralyzing... the world's so mean to me!
God, I think that's one thing that has decreased, but also increased in a weird way, is like the amount of cringe fucking strange ass anime has simultaneously gone up and down because there's so much of it now that it's just like everywhere, but less people watch it because it's also bad. Whereas back in the day, fucking people would talk about Quasar because it was like one of the only shows they'd seen. It's like Nick being exposed to Kiss X Sis. Like, Kiss X Sis is pretty tame, but imagine that being one of your first anime. Like...
It also kind of like, back then you had to like hunt for it.
Yeah.
Now it's just like there for easy access. Here's all of your isekai.
Do you want to watch a superhero show? Here is My Hero Academia. You have multiple seasons. You can just watch all of this. Do you want something a little bit more adult, but still like clearly made for 16-year-olds? Here is Attack on Titan.
You had to, once upon a time, you had to like go through like boards of you had to go out in real life and look at faded old crumpled yellow boards. You had to put on like your correct Indiana Jones hat. You had to search for treasures within the stars, and then you had to like do the secret handshake at the back of a church in order to find like the anime that you were searching for, and then you found it in 3 different parts in the Spanish dub on YouTube.
You're either looking for it for yourself, or there was 6 shows that you watched that were on TV.
I was that camp.
Toonami.
I went from that camp, and then once I had unfettered access to the internet, was like, all right, show me Monster.
I think I've always had unfettered access to the internet, now that I'm thinking about it.
For me, it came and went. I got access to the internet around age 11, but I wasn't really able to use it freely until like 13.
No, big hit the man.
I mean, I don't have the big charge, so it's just going to be a big smack.
Oh, okay. That's the best I can do. And then jump the wrong direction.
I'm going to get in there and start swinging. Oh, no, never mind.
Also, I don't know that this thing's male.
Also, it's extremely funny to think back, like, what the experience of watching anime was like back then. Because it was like, you had Nart and Bleach, and you had FMA, all this shit on TV, right?
Yeah.
But then if you were like me, you were watching stuff on, like by 2005, 2006 anyway. You were watching stuff on, like, the Funimation website that hadn't gotten a dub yet. And then you were seeking out stuff on YouTube and on, like, streaming sites that were, like, made for that show. So it would be, like, one guy hosting a website, and then you'd come back, and that website would be gone because it had been, like, DMCA'd by a Japanese company. Or the fucking origins of those Kiss sites where just going to them would give you a virus.
Dude, I remember Kiss X anime.
Just the, like, the worst experience of, like, I have to torrent this show. This show sucks. Why did I do this? There was a website that hosted every episode of Bleach and would update as they got new episodes of Bleach weekly. And whenever they would update, they would post the raw and they would post the sub. And the raws were, like, exclusively being posted so people that could make AMVs could make AMVs.
That's awesome.
I think I was on that site too, but I don't remember the name of it. I was watching it as it came out.
I was definitely playing Guild Wars. Even back then.
I also bought Guild Wars.
Like, even back then, it was like, oh man, look at all these shows that you could be watching. Look at this unfettered internet access you got. Video games.
For me, I got access to the internet, and I was like, you know what sounds good? Early MMOs.
I was also downloading and fiending for, like, free-to-play MMOs at the time.
Yeah, I was too.
Going on, like, the MMO fucking websites, like MMO Champion or whatever the fuck it was called, and you would have, like, 12 pages of a directory that was just different MMOs, but there was nothing else to the website. It was just a directory.
I was probably there too.
Moo Online, Cabal.
I didn't hit those two, but I got into
Silk Road or whatever the fuck.
What is one of the ones Josh Drive Hayes? Fiesta Online. That's it. I got into that.
Fucking Fiesta. Yep.
And actually one that I love the crafting system in, but I hate the game because it's kind of just boring and bland. Is Grand Fantasia.
I think back to some of the MMOs that I've played, and I'm just like, wow, what pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Well, what absolute dog water. It's true.
No, like for real, some of them you look at the thing, you're like, what was the company ever thinking? Like even before WoW came out, like you had fucking like shit like Star Wars Galaxies and like even FF11. It's just like, man, what were these companies thinking? And the MMO landscape has like not changed at all. Like somebody puts out a new one and you're like, oh man, a new MMO, and you try it and you're like, this is gonna be dead in 2 years.
True.
The only one I think that's survived that so far is Albion Online.
I think that's because it's hitting a different market. It's going like almost entirely for PC players, or not PC players, but mobile players.
Yeah.
Which is like really funny to see that is a direction that China wants to try and push 14. If you've seen any of the mobile version of 14's shit, it is currently infuriating players in the game, and it's just making me laugh.
I saw a bit of it on one of Preach's recent videos that it's actually got better die channels than the live game.
Yeah, it has that. It has a dodge button for every single character. Like every class will have like a dodge, and I'm just like, I don't care. Like these are not major issues to me. But people are treating it like it's the fucking beginning of the end for Square. And they're just like, oh, they're never going to be able to catch up. It's going to be so much better. I'm like, they're only putting out ARR. Like, they're putting, like, 2 years of development into making a better version of ARR that's probably going to end up having gacha in it. Like, who cares?
The only thing I care about is the die channels.
Yeah. But, like, people keep on sitting there and being like, well, this is just proof that Square could fix this stuff if they wanted. And it's like, yeah, they could, if they stopped working on the game for a year and didn't publish anything new. Like, are you going to sit there and not say content drought when they decide to fix their bugs? Like, no, you're gonna do the annoying bullshit. I know 14 players.
Oh, shit.
I followed enough of them for enough years and hung out with them online enough to know that they will just complain about anything.
That is every video gamer.
Oh!
Sorry,
A fucking soccer ball just hit me?
I saw that.
But you were not wrong. It is every video gamer, but it's really funny when, like, you know the history of 14. Like, there's a whole documentary about how that shit was on fire. And people just go, what if it's not better? Like, I don't know, because it's built on fucking sand, man. Like,
yeah. Sand and toothpicks.
Like, whenever they make fucking Final Fantasy 21 or something like that, the next MMO, like, maybe then it won't be on fire all the time.
Nah.
They really do need a ground-up rework if they want anything better.
And that's kind of the problem, is it's like, it's pretty good. But everybody wants, like, perfect.
Perfect is the enemy of...
Like, people get mad about the Vieira and the Hrothgar hat situation, and the answer that I always see, why is this thing boring? What's going on? It just got big and round. Like,
it ate me. It actually is 4.
Oh, it actually is 4. Okay.
Yeah. It can also just balloon up sometimes.
I always see the Hrothgar Vieira hat situation get answered with, well, modders figured it out. And it's like, no, modders figured out how to display it locally on your computer. Like, amplify that to, like, 50,000 players on a server and see how well it's working. Like, holy fuck, this guy hurts, by the way.
This is part of the reason I don't play Bunny. And part of the reason that I play Cat. Because I like the ears on my hats.
I love the fact that people get mad about the, this is not like a game built bad. This is, they question the design ethos on it. I love the fact that people get mad about the cat boys having the weird grabby hands.
Oh yeah.
That's always really funny to me because it's like, who cares, man? Like,
I kinda don't want the weird grab hands.
Oh, give him yowie hands.
that's Rogadine. That's male Rogadine. I can say this from experience.
Rogadins feel like they're built for gay people. The yaoi hands are built. Oh, Rogadins feel like they're built for gay men. I want the yaoi hands built for the girlies.
Given the fact that the Galka only had males, you are almost certainly correct.
I mean, Rachel's character's the male aura, or was. I think it's a bunny right now.
Yeah, it was a male aura, and then it was made into the era because she found that there was an even more kink option.
Yeah.
So you're not wrong in that Rachel does make my character gay by proxy.
Yeah, there it goes. Now it's just ballooning.
Yeah, there's a difference in audience for like Rogadin yaoi hands and like normal yaoi hands.
Yeah, I would say that the majority of Rogadin that you run into fall into two camps, and it is straight guy who's like, I need to be the biggest, strongest, scariest man, and then the other guys who are like, I need to be a bear.
And then both of them are wearing like the bunny suit.
More accurately, both of them are wearing the Mad Max armor that came out with the recent expansion, so that way one is a leather daddy and the other one is like thinking that he's Conan.
I still have not done the recent expansion.
I think that we're talking about this while this monster fills 3 fetishes. Inflation, deflation, and war.
Dude, this thing is actually really cool. I love this fucking weird street shark.
I genuinely think that this is like
remember Street Sharks?
One of my favorite monsters in the game, and it's being ruined by Vor. Help.
It is really weird that it's basically just like the fucking first enemy that you fight in World, where it just vores you.
Yeah. Hey, I mounted. Speaking of.
Every single attack I do, I look over at my other monitor and I'm like trying to figure out like what my my buttons are.
You have to lab it.
Yeah, you have to Nintendo Labo it. That's why they had. That's the main reason they said most or some games wouldn't work on Switch 2, because Labo won't, because it uses the IR sensor, and the new Joy-Cons don't have one.
Oh no, I can't believe that I'm not going to be able to play all my Labo Switch games on my Switch 2. I can't believe that all my my shitty cardboard mechs are not going to be able to cross over to Switch 2. Oh no. If I understood that correctly.
I will say, the one thing I always am glad for with Nintendo is, like, even if it's, like, financially maybe not the best idea, they're always willing to try something fucking weird. Like, the Labo stuff was just classic Nintendo, this is gonna, like, hemorrhage money, why are you doing this? But then the new thing that they have where they're like, yeah, you can, like, video chat with your family and, like, screen share is actually kind of cool. And the fact that they did not hide that it runs like ass. Any other company would have immediately faked that.
It's at best 20 FPS.
Like, Nintendo's goodwill is earned, but they also are constantly, like, holding, like, a lighter under your hand. It's like, wow, thanks for paying my mortgage. No problem. Why are you burning me?
Oh, shit.
I think that's the funniest part about them as a corporate culture is, like, you always hear about the good shit for Nintendo, and then immediately it's followed up by, like, the most horrendous.
Like, oh yeah, they sent a nuclear strike force to somebody's house for daring to have AM2R on their PC.
Well, it's like, oh yeah, if you modify this console, we'll just turn the console off forever. Wow, that sucks. Nintendo gives gay employees at their company the same, packages for insurance and benefits as they would any of the other married employees, even though Japan does not recognize gay marriage officially. Oh, that's really nice. They didn't need to do that, but they're choosing to. Oh yeah, Nintendo America lays off all of these people. Nintendo Japan can't because of
Labor
Japanese
laws.
law. And it's like, well, at least one side of the studio is protected, I guess. It's always just the most back and forth. Like, it can never be stable.
Can we stop being the yang of the situation? Can we get a little yin over here?
That'd be nice.
Like, the Nintendo of America stuff is always really interesting because, like, sometimes you look at it and you're like, Nintendo of America lays off all of these people because fuck them. And you're like, well, that sucks. And then the other side of it's like, Nintendo of America actively censors this one thing from the Japanese version that insinuated a character is gay, maybe. And it's like, oh, well, fuck them.
Are we in high rank or are we in low rank?
Hi.
High? Okay.
Freezer sack.
Yeah,
The
freezer.
Zamtrios weapons are like some of my favorite design weapons in this game. They all look super cool.
Misty, if they re-released, what do you call it? Fucking Fire Emblem, the, like, Game Boy one, and the GameCube version, do you think that they'd retranslate them to make the more gay shit more apparent, or would they just still leave it out?
It'll probably just be a port of the old versions they made.
Because I'm just thinking about them, like, officially just looking at people and being like, yeah, the ghost is trans.
That's kind of part of the reason Mother 3 isn't getting a English release. It's because of the... there are characters that when you translate it, are kind of a mix between man and a woman, and they look like it.
Okay, so, like, they're afraid of offending people because of, like, 1990s transvestites?
Kinda. And,
Okay.
and there's also sort of a... It's not a bad scene, it's just... It's kind of like one of them's drowning a kid for a minute.
Oh,
But
no,
it's-
you need to include that shit. That's great.
It gives them magic powers.
Well, okay. Maybe they don't want to be like, hey kids, if you drown your brother, he'll gain magic powers.
And,
Okay, well,
they're
if you're like a kid and you're convinced that you're going to get magic powers from drowning something, maybe you should. Maybe Darwinism needs to return. I don't know.
Return to Darwinism.
Maybe just like a little bit. Just we don't like go fully back into that because we need to like still just like acknowledge that kids are kind of fucking idiots, but like maybe just a little bit. So, some of the kids need to be not all right.
Some of the kids need to be not all right. Oh shit, I can get fucking Street Shark armor.
I should have looked at that before I took the class. Oh well.
46.
Definitely take a look at the insect glaive for Zamtrios. It is pretty cool. Big fan.
I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck do you mean I can get the chest plate, but I can't get any of the other stuff?
A lot of the other stuff, a lot of the armor gives you one thing if you fight the monster, and then you need to like fight either 2 or 3 other monsters for the other parts, or get a bunch of ore and bugs.
Yeah, you have to like find the key
it's
item
literally
first.
just you just don't have enough of the things for every one of them. Like this one, if it's like I wanted the pants, it's like, oh, you need 2 more freezer sacks. I'm like, all right, let's take like this glaive.
Oh, I know.
What's the name of the glaive?
No fucking clue.
Well, okay. Is it the? Is it
I'm pretty sure it's like
knee
on the
rod?
last page.
Yeah, I think I see it here. That's pretty cool. Just a big ice weapon. Mind stick. My mind.
I'll blast you with my mind stick.
Blows up pancakes with mind. Oh dang it!
Yeah, whatever. I'll buy this for the change. Fuck it. Fuck it. New weapon for a little while.
Oh hell yeah! I love rolling up with a new weapon. Roll up with something new to lab each day.
It's honestly just what if I took a big bone and stuck it on a spike.
There's a longsword that's just called Bone. That's the entire name of the weapon, Bone. And it's just a really long bone.
Worst trip ever. Are we just getting into Final Fantasy XIV quests now?
Apparently.
Dude, I love that even now with the new expansion and like them changing out the head of translation, you still see just the most shitpost names for the quests.
Yeah, they just do that.
Koji just looked at them and was like, "All right, guys, you need to continue on." I spawned in an area that's hot. This fucking sucks.
So did I. I didn't realize this was volcanic.
What do you mean you don't have like an item set that just has everything ever, so that you don't really even have to think about it? You just roll up to your item box and just like say, yes, this item set, and then you go. What do you mean you have it optimized for maximum in-quest time so you can keep beating up monsters?
I did, ironically enough, get a cold drink before coming here, but then I did forget to bring a lot of materials with me. I am, however, mining rocks because fuck it.
As am I.
Yeah, take your time.
I'm so sorry. I see you behind me. Are you going to attack me? Yes, you are. I'm going to fucking kill you. To quote Tilfin, me when I get you.
Me when I what?
When I get you? When I fucking get you.
When I fucking get you? Right. Dude, I still have to like edit the short from the other repo session because there was one part where like I think y'all killed the gun guy. There was one dude and I was dead and I was just observing. I was just a little guy observing, and we said the evil is defeated at the same time. I was like, holy shit, my stims are wearing off. They're rubbing off. I'm influencing.
Oh, I've been saying the evil's defeated for years.
Because that evil is defeated.
That one just lives in the brain. The evil is defeated.
And you want to remove Satan's food.
There is that guy in Expedition 33 whose entire thing is that he wants Nevron food.
Yeah. You like to polish him.
I saw an incredible clip from fucking Jesse Cox where they got to the big giant lady and it switched to him as like the first guy in combat, and he just went like, "Oh, nice feet," and he was just like, "Ah," just because of the timing of the situation. What lovely feet. Honestly, that character is one of those like top tier, goofy but like really cool RPG characters. It does evoke back to the old days of Final Fantasy where like, hey, here's this cool character that's going to be part of your party. Oh, throw that. Not a problem unless my battery dies mid-fight.
This is why I have a external charger on a one of those USB things you plug in to the outlet.
I usually just plug them in while I'm playing, but I was too lazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do you fill up your the gas tank in your car whenever you see like the gas light, or?
My mom usually does it at a quarter tank.
This implies that I've ever driven a car long enough to need to fuel.
Are you lucky bastard? Tell me more about how you can live your life without a vehicle.
I can't.
I mean, yeah, I shouldn't be able to. I've just lucked out this far.
Yeah, I have people that luckily drive me around because they they love it and care for me.
I saw a thing recently of Paige, Peach Saliva, Pat Starzat's wife, where she was just like, what is it with Canadian men not being able to drive? And it's like, Shepard only learned how to drive recently. I don't know how to drive. Pat can't drive and is getting his license now, and Wooly still has no intention of learning to drive. And I'm like, why can Canadian men not drive? like NL also didn't have a driver's license for a while.
I mean, he didn't need one.
Yeah, but like, I live in the country, and so does Shepard. Like, we should have had those. Also, yeah, we are in Volcano Manor. That's true.
Hey, boss.
Yeah, hey, Thomas, Mania. Break that possum.
It's even more funny when you consider the fact that, like, 20 minutes from where I live was a fucking GM factory for, like, years.
Wait, you're just, like, manufacturing game masters up there? Are you just hoarding the D&D players?
Well, we're doing that, too.
The good ones, anyway. Rachel's got plenty of the stupid ones.
Well, those aren't... Well, I was gonna say those aren't game masters, but some of them have run games.
We require the game masters. They're always in demand. I should know. Whenever you become a game master once, you're a game master forever. Yeah,
Shepard's like been begging for somebody to run D&D with them for real. it's really funny because he's constantly like, "Oh, do you think Rachel would?" And I'm like, "Probably not. No."
Yeah, I wanna be a DM at some point, but at the same time, it's like I feel like I would be woefully bad at it.
Even if you were incredibly awful, so long as you're just not like an unrepentant, incredible dickhead asshole, and just, like concerningly like should not be a human being, then you'll still get players, because where else are they going to find a DM? You're like the only drum player in a location that is looking for that has like bands. Like, where there's a bunch of like bands that roll up with their garage and they're just like, oh, we need a drummer though. There's only like one guy with a drum set and is able to play the drums, and he's in like 30 different indie bands.
And then there's the other side of it where I'd be way too in detail about everything.
That's the thing, is you'll eventually realize the balance, because sometimes your players will just get bored and they will let you know.
Yeah.
Like, I will write things out in excruciating detail, and Rachel's like, yeah, I had to edit it to be like 60% shorter.
Oh, sorry.
Because, like, even if you give them, like, incredibly important details, they will just not listen anyway.
Yeah, I was one of the players that listened when I played with it.
Yeah, you gotta start learning how to speak Spark Notes.
Like, the really funny thing was, like, they went to this one city, and the city is like, to put it as best as I can, you know how New York is like a melting pot of every different culture that goes into it? Think about that, but for like a pan-Asiatic sort of situation. So like, it's not just China, Japan theme, it's also like India, Southeast Asia, like Thai, Philippines, etc. And like, detailing how the different areas have been divided, and like, how one section of the city seems newer, and it's because, like, 150 years ago, a big dragon showed up, and it got fucking annihilated out of the sky and crushed, like, a small section of the city. And as a result, because now they're, like, paranoid, like, are dragons back? We haven't seen them before for years. Like, are they still around? Now they have like anti-dragon weapons all built up on the outside, and they just like completely glossed over that. So when a character who showed up expressed like all of the details of shapeshifted dragon, they just did not understand that this could possibly maybe be a dragon, and Rachel's like, they still don't know. It's been like 7 sessions, and they still haven't figured out that character's a dragon.
Yeah, this would not be me. I would have figured this out probably at session 3 at least.
I would have seen all the details. I would have seen all the writing on the walls. But then the hidden dragon would have said, "No, I'm not a dragon." And they're like, "Oh, he's not a dragon." I just believed him.
But then also like it comes with the additional caveat of like there was a bunch of hidden shit in this world, and like one of them is that the world is quietly being attacked by an alien intelligence that had landed on the planet like 100 and something years beforehand during the period after that prior war. And like there's a bunch of dudes running around who are essentially like little hybrid people. And there was a bunch of dudes hunting and killing people like that, and then they realized that like 2 of their party members actually were that. And they hadn't communicated this with each other. None of them have actually given up this secret to each other, which is great. So they didn't know. But all of them saw a bunch of weird dudes hunting down strange people and went, got it, I understand, they're a cult. And Rachel's like, you fucking idiots, they're killing hybrid people that they're finding out about to keep it secret. It's like the fucking FBI hunting down aliens. Like... and they just don't see it. It's the greatest. It's so stupid. I love how completely ignorant players can be about stuff like that. Just, I refuse to acknowledge the similarities between our plots.
I love this setting, but I'm starting to hate this group of people.
It's like, you haven't even interacted with them. You're like, wait, what?
Expecting it to do that earlier.
Also, unfortunately, because it came after, like, them getting there came after Baldur's Gate, all of them are like, oh, it's like the Mind Flayers. I'm like, no! It's not! It's like finding out that you're like any other half-breed creature. Like, you're just also an alien. Oh!
You're just also Genus and Rain.
Yeah, kind of, actually, yeah. Dude, I love the elves in Tales being aliens. It's so fucking funny. The twist of that game is so wild when you get to it the first time, and then it just becomes so mundane by the end, where you're just like, I get it, shut the fuck up. Shepard still really wants to do like 4-player co-op Tales of Symphonia one day.
Who's the
That
fourth?
would probably be what gets me to play the Tales of games.
Yeah, that's. I think that's what his angle is I think he's trying to angle for all of us.
I'd do it. You don't even have to ask. I'll just do it because.
Give me the Dante character that has like the longest combo strings, and then I will find ways to like have them in the air, have enemies in the air for like 10 years, and I will make that every single encounter and make the game like 3 times longer.
I genuinely don't know who that would be other than Lloyd. Like,
The Lloyd does have the highest amount of combo potential.
because he is 2 swordman.
I mean, the only
doesn't.
other person with a high combo potential, I think, is Colette. Hello, Desmond. How goes it?
Yeah, he did.
Colette's really unfortunate. We almost always replaced her.
Ah, that's why you've never seen Stardust Rain.
Literally, like, almost every time it would be fucking Lloyd, Genus, Shepard really liked Sheena, and Rain, or like fucking Zelos or Kratos, depending on which ending you're going for.
Oh, dude, I used to have a guinea pig as a pet, and I called him Zelos. His name was Zelos. That was like my very first pet ever. It was a black and white guinea pig, and he was Zelos because of the Slayers anime.
Let me out! Let me out! God, fucking Slayers. That's another oldie.
The era of anime where like every single fantasy had like the D&D where dudes just like go out and do something.
And they all had big shoulders.
Where there was like no real overarching story behind it, that just like every episode was like something entirely different.
Did you ever watch Record of the Lodos War?
No, I have heard of it.
I recommend it because it is just literally a D&D campaign. Like, it is the creator's actual D&D campaign that they've transcribed into an anime.
That's great. Excuse me while I try and fight this bug.
The endemic life forms are perhaps some of the most dangerous creatures in this world. I don't care that Valstrax is like ripping up the atmosphere. These fucking bugs, they keep running around and they keep like interrupting me and they keep holding me down. They're in cahoots with the even bigger things to make my life miserable.
Also, Record of the Lodos War is what you can directly point at and be like, when did Japan get horny for elves? Because that was the anime that did it.
Got an amulet that gives you blind resist -10. I put it on and I'm just blind. It takes my eyesight.
I think that's just needing glasses at that point.
The anti-Mr. Beast amulet.
I have taken the eyesight of 10,000 children.
What's it called when one of your eyes sees things brighter than the other?
Brighter.
Yeah, because my left eye sees things in a slightly brighter hue than my right eye. I don't know why. It's just like it's slightly more vivid. It's the exact same colors. It's just you put like a little bit of less gamma on one and more on the other.
I mean, like,
anisometropia?
Like, yeah, I was gonna say, I think that could be like a
anisometropia,
like a symptom of that, where one eye is worse than the other in vision, but that's an extremely specific kind.
I mean, it is tiny bit worse in vision too, but
okay. One of my eyes is definitely worse in vision. I can tell. I can tell. I'm one of those guys that years ago would have had a fucking monocle.
Third Google result down. One eye is seeing brighter or dimmer than the other. Go to a hospital. It could be an emergency. It could be death. Okay, all right, fair. Tracks.
Am I having a stroke?
Stroking out right now.
Almost
straight stroking
not.
your shit, silly style, all up in your
No,
eye.
I can raise my hands above my head just fine. I'm not slurring my words much.
Don't stroke it on stream. Yeah, that's
Not for free.
Yeah, it's DSP, and you only get DSP. He's
Dude,
the only one that can get away with it.
I watched some recent Darkside Phil, and like, oh my god, have I not seen a man more checked out in my fucking life. It was depressing.
Oh no.
Like,
I
he
just
was
keep
playing
thinking of like his clip with him doing like the ball puzzle in Breath of the Wild.
Dude, that one's so good. I think about that all the fucking time. He's so inherently uncreative, and he's not even doing it intentionally because he wants to make it harder. He's just not thinking about it, you know? All right, I'm gonna take like 2 seconds, and I'm gonna grab my charger and plug that in.
Okay.
But he was playing Doom, and he was just sitting there completely unblinking, like, not saying anything for like 5 minutes while playing Doom, and I'm like, you're not even like acting interested.
Yeah, it's like, I have given the last of my fucks. The rat's asses have all left.
I need to genuinely check out, because I saw that he also is playing Expedition 33, and I know Phil. Phil is 100% playing it because it's popular, not because he'd like it. But I need to go in and watch and see if he's like actually doing okay, because if Phil is playing Expedition 33 better than me, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
In before it happens.
Oh no, he's 100% at least a little bit better, because he at least has the experience in like fighting games. He's not good at them, but he's like still playing them.
Yeah, he only won that thing because of the specific thing.
I have no rhythm at all. Like, I cannot do that shit. Like, Dark Souls parrying is not the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can adjust, like, windows based on animation, but a lot of Expedition 33's is, like, way more rhythm-based than you think it's gonna be.
I just keep thinking of my drum set that I've not played with in, like, years. Like, man, I am so out of practice.
Speaking of rhythm, how do you feel about Sekiro? Question open to both of you.
I
love Sekiro, but the ending was like brutal.
You have not played it?
Not played it. Also have zero interest in playing it.
That's fair.
Because the gameplay loop looks like it is you parry, 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 and then you get to like play one time, and then that's it. Like you're just sitting to wait.
That is the loop.
Yeah. And like I don't care. I like it. I generally don't like parrying in video games.
It's basically a rhythm game where it's your turn very rarely.
Yeah.
I got the true ending of that game, like, legitimately. That's all I care about.
Like, as a game design, I like the way that parrying is done in Sekiro and in Devil May Cry with the Royal Guard. But I don't really care much for parrying in general.
I'm so bad with Royal Guard, man.
So, like, having an entire game based around a mechanic that I really just, like, don't care about, and, like, it's like, I kind of wish that it just, like, wouldn't really do that in video games. I kind of wish they were less popular. I kind of wish that, like, Final Fantasy 16 wasn't, like, showcased with, like, hey, everything about our, here's a showcase of Final Fantasy 16 before it's released, and it's just, like, people oohing and awing and, like, all the really cool parry animations, like, okay. I've seen this dude press, like, 2 buttons. He's pressed, like, a light attack, and he's, like, pressed the parry button. Like, yeah, the animation's cool, but, like... Where's my gameplay? Is this the gameplay? I press that button and I see, like, a cutscene?
Yeah, I kind of have that problem, too.
The FF16 gameplay is when you have reached the last 5 hours and you had every ability.
Yeah, I thought about it like a couple of years ago. I was like, wait, hang on a minute. Devil May Cry 5 is just a tutorial. Like, from mission 1 to mission 20, it's just a tutorial, start from finish. And it's somehow peak.
And then do it again.
They managed to make an entire tutorial as a game. Or managed to turn an entire game into a tutorial, and it's like, it's the best thing ever.
Did you play Darksiders 1?
I have played all 3 of the Darksiders. I have not played Genesis yet, though.
Okay.
I actually, before I picked up, like, the streaming buttons, I made a video on how shit Darksiders 3 is.
I really like Darksiders 1. I dropped it for no real good reason. I don't know, it was probably, ooh, shiny, something new. And then I forgot to go back.
I just didn't really get into it because I was sitting there, I was like, this feels like somebody decided they want to smash together The Legend of Zelda and God of War.
Yeah. And it's the better part of both of them. Like, it actually is genuinely one of the better feeling Legend of Zelda games in the world than any of the other Legend of Zelda games.
Also Spawn.
The game or the character?
The world.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, right in your face.
I'm just like trying to get there, but also I am like taking time to finish eating the food I brought down and did not finish eating.
Yeah, take your time.
Take that time.
Yeah, we can handle it. We got things handled here.
I actually did all 3 endings of Sekiro.
I just didn't want to go back and do it all over.
We only have to do half of it once.
You only have to do half of it once. Meanwhile, I'm thinking of like fucking Nier Automata, where it's like you have to do the first part of the game like 2 times. I was like, bro, this shit sucks.
Dude, that's just Yoko Taro. Drakengard was like even worse. Because it means you have to play more Drakengard. Ah, fuck.
1, 2, or 3?
All of them except for 2, because he didn't make 2. But 2 is still like that because it's following the formula.
I'm just like, man, I like it whenever a game respects my time. Meanwhile,
here's the thing: Yoko Taro actively disregards your time. That guy wanted to be able to delete people's Final Fantasy XIV characters.
Yeah.
I would let him do it just because I get to say he did it.
Here's the crazy thing. I could see him being like, I want to be able to delete their 14 character, and then you remake your character. Oh, fuck. Oh, ow. You remake your character, and it just has like a little tag on it where it was like you were one of the few people that let Yoko Taro delete your guy. like the tattoo they gave the 1.0 players.
Yeah.
Except, you know what? Actually, that would be cool. It's like, if you get through and at the end it's like, do you choose to let this delete your character for whatever stupid bullshit reason they provide? And then at the end, the next guy that you make gets to have the Yorha symbol tattooed on the back.
That would be great.
It's like somebody would do it.
A Yorha tramp stamp.
I'd do it, and I've got like 2,000 hours on my character.
I wouldn't do it if I had like 2K on them, but like, I would I would make a new guy and run them up to that point to get it.
But I'm also insane. So.
Yeah, I don't get how you do it, man. Fucking crafting shit.
Yeah, all crafting and gathering is level 100.
Oh, I'm getting my ass kicked, and I've tried to harvest more plant.
I enjoy the crafting and gathering as much as other people enjoy doing dungeons all the time.
And there's a reason why that shit's in every MMO. Because it's in there for somebody. Somebody's gonna like it.
People like me.
I like the economy behind crafting. I don't particularly care for crafting itself, but I like the fact that there are things that can exist in the world that are created by players that have value.
Yep. The Star Wars Galaxies was really cool about that because it would be like entire villages.
Yeah, it's also kind of like while I don't enjoy playing Rust or anything like that, I love the idea of like the seasonal multiplayer stuff.
Did you see the newest Rust announcement?
I have not.
Rust cross Warhammer 40k.
So what, you can just like make bolt guns?
I have no idea how it's gonna shake out, but that is the new crossover.
Fucked up.
If they go all the way and let you have bolt guns and shit, that's actually
Power armor in Rust.
like, that'd be pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. That would actually maybe get me to download Rust for like 50 hours. Just play long enough for me to get like an Astra Militarum base and then be like, fuck it.
Going back to the economy portion of the crafting and gathering, because I have every one of my crafting and gatherings at max level, I'm also just rich.
Yeah, yeah.
You get broke as fuck getting up there. But whenever you have access to like all the in-game stuff or being able to craft stuff on launch, like whenever a new thing drops, every single thing that you've done has like incredible value now.
Oh yeah, the new stuff being immediately available gets you a lot of money.
Yeah, like day one stuff. It's kind of like a Path of Exile trading economies or other action RPG trading economy. Where it's kind of like if you're able to get to the end game in Path of Exile on day one of a season launch, and it's like buying in Microsoft stocks whenever it's like the 1990s. You're like, oh shit, huge gains,
Big stonks. Huge stonks.
so many chaos orbs.
That's why when I did this in World of Warcraft, when I was subscribed to it, whenever a new expansion came out, I just rushed through the story and then get all the crafting materials.
WoW housing is the one thing that might convince me to go back for any reasonable amount of time besides the fact that you could now be a red Draenei.
Oh yeah, just the demon look.
It's like, those are the two things that actually might convince me to go back and play like a little bit of WoW. But I know in my heart that I would never go back for like a real ass amount of time. It would be like an on and off experience whenever I feel like it, but I cannot get back into WoW. I've tried many times and I just feel like it's not for me.
I just like it. Every once in a while I get the itch to just play.
Theoretically, I would really like doing WoW Mythic Dungeons, because I really like doing the dungeon content in MMOs and stuff. I like doing cooperative video games. I like working together with other people to achieve difficult challenges in the world.
This just reminds me that I need to go and finish. I keep on saying it, but I never. Oh, fair enough, honestly. I keep on saying it, but I never actually go back and finish fucking Alexander.
I love that Tilvin said theoretically, because that is not how it works. People do not
like the reason why I haven't really gotten into raiding in like Final Fantasy XIV is because of the gigantic party size of like 8 people as opposed to the 4 people in a dungeon. But that's why I say mythic dungeons, because you only have to do like with 4 people. But then the problem with doing mythic dungeons in World of Warcraft is I would be playing World of Warcraft.
Dude, my worst raiding experience, not even raiding experience, dungeon experience was WoW. Like, I went in and I was like, alright, first time playing a dungeon in WoW since I was literally a child. Let's give it a shot. And then it was like 4 guys not communicating with each other or me, constantly dying through the dungeon, but 2 dudes knew what they were doing, so they just kept pressing ahead and not ever communicating anything at all, and then somehow managing to actually brute force the dungeon, and then they just took the loot and left. And I'm like, okay.
Yep.
And then I never did another dungeon.
There were 2 problems with that experience, and neither of them were your fault. Well, okay, 3 problems, and the other one was other people. But the other 2 problems were, that was when the dungeons were incredibly misscaled for that content.
I did hear that they were also scaled wrong, which is really funny.
And the second is, it was Waycrest Manor, so it was not a straight line like most other dungeons.
I do like the fact that you remember which one it was, because the only way that I can remember which one it was by going, it's like Hawk Manor, but not.
Yeah, that's Waycraft Manor.
Yeah, it's just like there's an analog for it, like a direct analog for it.
I remember
the other haunted house.
Yeah, the other haunted house and the other MMO.
I also think of like a world of MMOs before Dungeon Finder.
So,
Like, man, imagine playing an MMO, a massively multiplayer online video game, using the wonder of the world that is known as the internet, that allows you instantaneous communication with other people, and not talking to another person.
Fucking MapleStory was the worst because one, you needed to be. It's WoW used to have this, and 14 used to have this too. And I'm glad that I did not indulge in either of them long enough to be exposed to it, because holy fuck, I would have lost my mind. But MapleStory back in the day, if you wanted to do any sort of raiding or boss fighting, you had to wait at the location, and you had to party up with the people that were there. And
oh yeah, well, kinda still does that with Mythic Dungeons.
Yeah, WoW's is still doing it, but it's not nearly as bad, because like if you're going Mythic, you usually know the people you're going with, unless you're pugging people. But like,
and then there's Classic WoW, which does it the old way.
Yeah, but like Classic is like you're putting yourself in there on purpose.
Yeah, like everybody knows that we're just here for like nostalgia and like sit around and wait and walk towards other people and just like actually play something else on the side. It's like, but you aim yourself at like the general quest location, you press R, you mount up, and then you just like auto walk to the next area and hope you don't die as you go and like go grab a pizza or something.
But like imagine playing a fucking free-to-play, like pay-to-win Korean MMO in like the early, well, not really like 2010s, but like the late 2000s. And just being like, I gotta wait for these fuckers, and then all the guys that show up to even remotely get involved are all guys that look at you and go like, well, we're not going to invite you because you've never done it before. And you're like, then how the fuck am I supposed to do it? And it's like trying to talk to people about a resume nowadays. What do you mean you don't have 4 years experience for an entry-level position? Buddy,
it's an entry-level position. How do I get for the...
Buddy, I gotta fight the fucking boss before you can tell me that I can't fight the boss? What am I talking about here?
I want to strangle people like that. Not really, but it's like metaphorically.
And then the end result was they take you anyway because one of their guys drops or doesn't show up, and then you go in and then they're bad also. I love MMOs, I hate MMOs.
I generally learn how to play my class before I do a dungeon.
I just pretend to know how to play my class until it gets to be a problem, and then I actually research it again and then forget after 6 months.
The class may have changed by then.
Yeah, almost certainly.
I look at like the class abilities, and then I spend 5 minutes on a training dummy, and then I just know it. Like whenever I joined the guild that I'm currently a part of in Final Fantasy 14, like I joined it as like I finished all of Shadowbringers. Like, well, what the hell am I going to do now? I guess I beat the video game. I'm not really doing raiding, and then I got an invite to go join a guild. Like, fuck it, why not? And like, all right, cool. Are you interested in doing any of this? It's like, all right, yeah, sure. And then they were like trying to like gauge how good I am. It's like, okay, so what classes do you have at max level? And it's like, I just only have Gunbreaker. And Gunbreaker at the time had like, well, I think it hasn't changed all that much. So it has like a lot of buttons to press. And the guy that was like asking me about the like, well, I'm going to show you how like this this small raid thing works. And I said, okay, so what do you want me to do? Like, okay, what's your opener? And I told him like the opener, like the optimized opener for Gunbreaker that I had been doing. And he's like, okay, shit. Did you look that up? No, I just know I can learn this shit. It's because I said, hey, I want to play the most Devil May Cry class possible in this game. Give me the one with the most buttons. I know the rotations. Hand them over.
Yeah, you know what I do? Fire.
Black Mage.
Fire 4.
Fire. Fireball! 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 Soulfish, it's a fireball! Hadouken!
Freeze. Freeze. Fireball.
Yep, pretty much. It's so funny because like you'll play Black Mage and you, like not well but competently enough, and people will be like, "Oh, Black Mage is such a hard class to play," and I'm like, "No, it's you press 2 buttons."
Wasn't,
You just-
wasn't Summoner the one that required a PhD before they reworked it?
Yeah. It was a massive dot class, and then they got rid of all the dots.
I'm
Which
still
made
saying.
me a little bit mad because I wanted to learn how to play it because I like dots. Because dots are just cast and then it deals with itself.
Yeah. More dots. More dots.
The moment that they said, hey, this class is like really, really hard. It requires knowledge to play. I was like, wait, you just sold me on a class though. Like in an MMO, how hard can it be? Which is why I'm really happy that Dragoon got reworked to have like less buttons, because it's like all the like Samurai, Monk, and a few other classes that were like around since ARR, just like they keep adding more buttons to make them on par with the content, make them feel like they have new stuff with them, and to make them feel relevant and like have the sense of progression going from expansion to expansion. And it's like, no, stop that. Each of these buttons suck ass. They're the same thing. They're just like they're just crowding their brain. They're just like trying to overload your RAM. You're still running on a Pentium 2 gigabytes. You don't need that.
This is why I like the buttons where they have 3 buttons in one when you do a combo.
I see people complain about that a lot, where they're like, "Oh, warrior players want to make it so that way all their buttons are just macroed to blah 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 blah," and I'm kind of like, I'm kind of for your buttons just advancing, but I think that might be because
Guild Wars 2 and the PvP and Final Fantasy 14
I've come
so far
from
does
Guild
that.
Wars, where it's like
Wow.
you have 6 buttons, motherfucker. Like,
WoW's going to start adding a 1-button damage rotation,
yeah.
but it's going to cost you, I think, 20% of your DPS.
Because we need to do Mizitsune and Gamoth. Understood.
Indeed. My tilt is showing.
Your what is showing?
Teal.
Teal.
Oh,
Indeed.
Have
Indeed,
you-
Daniel Jackson.
Mizu, you heard right.
Mizu!
Her favorite dude. She loves this creature.
Love
This is
water.
slippery. That.
She loves
I was
playing
gonna
with
say
soap.
salamanders.
She loves dropping all this slippery soap all over the place.
A woman who loves water?
What?
Unheard of.
Yep, couldn't be Rachel.
That's oranges.
I forgot to eat.
But she was really good today. She only drank 3 sodas.
In fairness, she doesn't drink much much in the way of pop anymore, but it is still like you're just not drinking enough water.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I found it.
Yep.
I am on my way from misery to happiness today.
I'm so glad that I'm not the one that said that. I was about to autocomplete with the Shrek song.
That is exactly where my mind went, the Shrek song.
How has Shrek programmed an entire generation of people?
I don't know, but it sure has.
Because it was like the first big non-Disney like hit in a while. And then it continued to go for like 7 movies that were all kind of pretty okay.
And there's another one in the works.
They're gonna keep going until Mike Myers fucking dies.
Yeah.
Almost certainly. Like,
Have you seen the Austin Powers movies, speaking of which?
I have seen them at some point or another, and I
One of
do
my-
enjoy them, from what I remember.
one of my favorite memories was Nick and I watching Austin Powers at like fucking 2:30, 3 in the morning after streaming one night. And then we proceeded to watch Austin Powers the whole way through, and then went, well, it's already almost morning. So we just stayed up until like morning by going around looking at Japan on Google Street View. But it was like we watched Austin Powers and he was like, well, that was a movie. There are some of the most clever, vile movies. Like,
Yeah.
Danger.
It's definitely
the
toilet
lowbrow
humor,
humor.
but like highbrow toilet humor.
yeah, it's like the toilet humor is wrapped up in a fancy letter. So like you get this thing, you're like, oh man, who sent me this? And you crack the wax seal open, and you see like the calligraphy written on it, and then you open it up, and it's just a drawing of a dick. Like, I can't believe they sent me this.
I can't believe you've done this.
It's gotta be one of the most expensive James Bond just jokes on the planet. I saw somebody recently actually get like extremely mad because Austin Powers had the fucking Fook me and Fook you twins joke. And I'm just like, imagine getting mad at a fucking joke like that that's like 20-something years old.
It was a different time back then.
It was a different time, but also I feel like you could probably still get away with that joke and like only like 1 in 5 Chinese people would be offended. And they'd probably be more offended because they were dressed up as Japanese schoolgirls.
I forget the entire context of that joke.
That's it, basically, is that one is named Fook Me and the other one is Fook You. And it sounds like fuck.
Yeah. It's like
And
asking
then it
about the
comes-
context of Austin Powers jokes feels it's like asking for, I don't know, I can't think of anything clever, it's too late in the day.
But like it comes immediately on the heels of him having like a heartfelt song about how his father wasn't around that was just kind of like dumb on its face. And
Yeah,
you're
that's,
just like,
that's another
really?
reason
This is
why
what we're doing?
why the Austin Powers movies are good. Is because there's like genuinely also like good cinematic moments in it.
Yeah.
Like it also happens to tell a good story.
It also just happens to be a good movie.
The characters are all also like strangely compelling. Like fucking Dr. Evil is wild because he is a comedically evil, like horrible person. And you're just like, why is he like this? And it's like, oh, because life was genuinely miserable. Like he was built to be a supervillain. But then why does he just suck so bad? Why is he a loser? And it's like, oh well, you find out that it's because he's related to Austin Powers. And it's like, yeah, that tracks. One of them had to
Mojo.
just suck. I am a little disappointed we never got another one where it was just Scott was the bad guy. But at the same time, you know, everybody in that went on to have decent careers afterwards, or from it, or prior to, so it's not exactly like I'm too hurt about it.
Plus, a trilogy is just fine.
Yeah, you only need a trilogy, really.
If you're starting to have more than 3, then you're fucking pushing it.
Yeah, that's Shrek.
Fucking Mike Myers had like that Netflix show that came out like a few years ago, and it was not in the vein of Austin Powers, but it felt in the vein of Austin Powers. And like I watched through it and I was like, this wasn't amazing, but you know what? This is like exactly what I needed right now to just fill the time. Like it was perfect for what it was.
That's the way I felt about the continuation of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah. It was good for what it served the purpose of being. I didn't expect that they'd be able to resurrect it. They did it better than I thought. Occasionally Netflix produces good things. Unlike the fucking live-action adaptation of Kakegurui that came out. An already not good anime.
Why is, like, every anime is obsessed with the live action adaptation?
Well,
It's
Japan
a very
likes
easy way to have like actors and idols get like their start in the cinema, because there's already so much anime. And you can just throw on new talents onto a anime because they already accept that it's just going to be trash.
But here's the thing.
Oh no.
In Japan, live action adaptations of anime are par for the course if they're decently money. Like if the also apologies. Apparently. But like if an anime or manga does decently well, if it gets okay amounts of sales. A live action is a pretty low budget way to handle a lot of those because a lot of them are just slice of life or whatever that they can shoot in the downtown Tokyo area, right? Or like some fucking farm town out in the middle of nowhere. But like with the West, it's always so much weirder. Like the Kakegurui live action is based on this anime, but then they're like, it's gonna be Western. So it's all different people. It's nobody you've ever heard of. And I'm just like, this is gonna be bad, isn't it? there is a precedent for westernized anime plots to just become bad.
We do not talk about Dragon Ball.
Oh, that one's a unique case. That's just like the Death Note one is like not good, but the fucking Dragon Ball one is like pure misery.
Oh, God,
Informing us of live action. I've watched enough Japanese live action to have an understanding of this.
apparently the
Some of them are pretty good.
it's a different telling of the same story, but the One Piece one seems to be pretty good.
I have heard
People
very good
received the
things
One
about the
Piece
One
one
Piece
fairly
live action, yeah.
Because the thing with One Piece is there's so much of it that, like, you're gonna have to cut stuff out if you're doing a live action. But, like, the way they've handled it mostly kept a lot of it in. The really funny thing is they've accidentally played into an existing meme with One Piece, which is like a moment where you have to sit there and be like, was this actually an accident or not? Which is that the joke in One Piece is that fucking Zoro hunts minorities. Because he just keeps killing, like, fishmen and other, like, non-human people. And then, like, the first dude that they make Zoro fight in the live action is a black guy. And it's like, oh no.
That had to be on purpose, right?
Like, it felt like it was on purpose. Like, somebody was reaching out through the internet going, Minority Hunter Zero. Like... And then I saw people getting offended about it, and I was like, it's gotta be white people getting mad, right? And it was like every single time it was a white person getting mad about it.
Oh, I hate white people.
I don't think I've encountered a single black person that is a fan of One Piece that doesn't think that that joke is funny. Because it's so on the nose for how stupid it is. But at the same time, like, they then proceed to just, like, exclusively have him fight fishmen for the rest of the show, so... You know. Oh! I'm bubbly.
Oh, slippery.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, I'm the one... I'm pasta today.
You wanna...
I'm
you wanna get
got.
better armor?
I upgraded my armor and everything, but, you know, such is the nature.
Yeah.
Just getting hit too much.
Just black people stand behind me, relax, I've got this at Netflix.
Do not shoot. This man is not black.
That clip is so insane for being real. Like, I thought that was like a Dragon Ball abridged for a while.
No, it's real.
I've heard some of the new Dragon Ball English dub stuff, and it sounds like people that worked on abridged shit got in there.
Oh, they did.
Almost certainly. You think that the abridged series is like what, 20 years old now?
And you know
there's
what?
people
The
that
thing
watch
is,
that shit in like formative years of their life and are definitely professional industry workers now because of inspiration from said.
Arguably, I think that Toriyama would want that because he'd just be sitting there being like, "It needs to be a gag. Please make it a gag."
Dude, Toriyama would absolutely 100% be down with the abridgification of most of Dragon Ball. I think half of Dragon Ball was like born of his desire for memes.
I think there is one episode that's filler in Dragon Ball Z that Toriyama wishes he came up with the joke for. And that's the fucking street cleaner on Snake Way where Goku falls asleep on it and falls off.
Oh. God, I haven't thought about Snake Way in forever.
I've not watched the Dragon Ball, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's like a big road in the afterlife.
Yeah, it's like the road in heaven or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's like 100,000 kilometers long and you have to run it.
And it's like in one of the times that Goku has died, and he's like trying to go to Kame House. No, not Kame House. Something.
Have you ever watched Dragon Ball Evolution? Sadly, it was on TV when I was younger one day. It was on YTV.
I feel.
So I have.
I'm
watched
sorry. My condolences.
I mean, I watched it by choice, but it was definitely like as bad as I thought it was.
Was that M. Night Shyamalan? Or am I thinking of Avatar?
You're thinking of Avatar.
Thinking of Avatar, yeah. The movie that does not exist.
Avatar is another creature.
There is no Avatar by M. Night Shyamalan and backseat today.
I love that movie, if only because it gave us the gif of The Rock being thrown very slowly.
Like the pushing around of dirt.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, dirt! The Fire Nation people being defeated by pocket sand.
Yes, pocket sand. Most deadly.
I do wonder, because like they do get into the like, well, metal can be bent because you can adjust the individual grains within the material. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, I do wonder if somebody out there was like, I wonder, and then just figured out how to manipulate gunpowder. Like, imagine an earthbender posing as a firebender because he's just throwing gunpowder and then, like, flicking a match or something like that. That'd be fucking great.
I hope it never gets explained, because it should remain as magic shit. And the more you try to explain your magic shit, the less magic shit it becomes more of a system. Stop explaining your magic shit. Let magic shit be magic shit.
I like worlds where it's both. I really like worlds where it's like, this guy has been studying magic forever and he's got like this whole science behind it. But then some dude over there's like, I don't know, just do it. Fucking loser. That's one of the reasons I really like how D&D handles sorcerers versus wizards.
One's just studying all the time, and the other's just like, yeah, I can just do it.
Yeah, like the guy scribing everything down, he's like, I could, in theory, learn every magical ability if I just understand how it works. And the other guy just flicks his wrists and he's like, do it, pussy. How do you use your magic? I must know. I don't fucking know. Like, one day a dragon sneezed at me, and ever since then.
I became a Eldritch Outer Entities sugar baby.
It probably happens in some D&D campaigns.
That's almost Gale's backstory in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, he just like
he was
a sugar
he was
baby
a magic
for,
prodigy.
Yeah. I'm actually a little bit upset that Gale exists now, because I had one of my favorite characters I had created was a was an archmage who was beloved by the one that keeps magic running, to the point where she's like obsessively into the guy and has like a shrine to him in her own home. So the dude is just like has this magic goddess that is obsessed with him and worshiping him. And he was just like a really chill guy. He started out as like a fighter in a mages guild, and then he just like picked up everything. And then, like, I remember one conversation that I would use as like an explanation for like his love of magic is he's a war mage, but that's entirely out of necessity. And whenever he's asked to teach something, he doesn't ever teach evocation. And one time that he does teach evocation, one of the students says, "Yeah, but how can this create water spell kill people?" And he's like, is incredibly disappointed with them. Like, why the fuck do you want to use magic to kill people? You have swords and shit for that. Shut up.
Just stab. Just fucking stab people, buddy. I love that Gale's entire plot is just like he's like a complete loser who's been like so divorced he lost levels.
Yeah. the most divorced and dumped man. She took the levels with the divorce.
Like, you talk to his fucking cat friend at one point, and they're like, please tell him to shave. Like the idea that the beard he's rocking is because he's like post-divorce, like, it makes me look cool, right?
One of them had to know a level drain spell.
I mean, if you piss off the goddess of magic and she just level drains you, it's like, fair, you know? Alright. I got here on my own.
Alright, this might be my last
He's the disco guy.
Okay, yeah.
That's fair.
It'll probably be mine too. I need to get some sleep.
That's all.
I actually had a fucking stupid dizzy spell today.
Oh no.
It was in the early noon, but it went away pretty quickly.
Have you tried not being dizzy?
No, I have Meniere's disease in my left ear.
Have you tried removing your left ear?
No, but that's an option. It is an option. I don't think it's a good option. I'm just saying it's an option. I could be oh, what that fuck name? Van Gogh?
Yeah.
Van Gogh, yeah.
Yeah.
Van Gogh's the one that chopped off his ear for a reason.
I love that Van Gogh had all of the ways to kill himself available to him. And he was like, I'm gonna shoot myself in the stomach.
That's the worst place to shoot yourself.
It's like, are you sure?
Are you absolutely sure that is the area you wish to disembowel yourself with?
And then he proceeded to die very slowly over the course of 90 days.
Yeah,
And it was like, this was a bad idea. Do it, remove your left ear.
I remember there being a
The problem is it probably wouldn't actually help because it's an inner ear thing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There was some sci-fi show at some point. I don't remember. Couldn't even tell you what the hell it was. But there was this guy that had like very, very good ears. Like he was able to hear everything, and it became like a curse. Like he was in a bed with his wife, and he was like being kept up all night. Like he couldn't sleep because he kept hearing her eyes rolling about during REM sleep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Like he was able to
Okay,
like stand around somebody and just like hear their intestines at work, and he was like in an office and just like fucking screaming because he kept hearing all the like electricity buzzing in the walls. And the end of the episode was him chopping off his ears and just walking through the city with both of his ears in his hands.
That's a wild ending.
I don't think that there was ever like an actual line of dialogue in it either. It was just like a genuinely very cool episode of something. I could not for the life of me tell you what it was.
Black Mirror?
Maybe, considering how I've not watched Black Mirror either.
Could be Black Mirror, could be Twilight Zone, could be anything. I saw a guy posting about how the new Twilight Zone from a few years ago was bad because woke, unironically. He was like, this is why the only good Twilight Zone is the old one. And I was so tempted to be like, which old one? This one, or this one? Because there's been 3 others, and they're all like 20 plus years old. It's like, please elaborate, which Twilight Zone do you like, guy on the internet?
And then all the Twilight Zones would have been woke anyways.
It would have, yeah.
Star Trek people not realizing Star Trek.
Also, Black Mirror was good. It became bad. That's also what happened to Twilight Zone. Because, shockingly, if your show continues for too long, it just kind of gets bad.
This is why trilogies are the only good amount of time.
Your average for if your show has gotten terrible is 6 seasons for, like, live-action television shows, generally speaking. Supernatural is like a perfect example of that because it hit 6 seasons exactly and then ended great and then it just went, oh, it didn't keep going. And then it became bad from that moment on.
I kind of feel the same way about, I can't remember, Charmed.
I'm not looking forward to Love, Death, and Robots having like multiple mini seasons.
Yeah, it's starting to get there, but in fairness, at least Love, Death, and Robots, like, early seasons also have some, like, real stinkers in there.
Oh my god, I got a duder, it's true. I do enjoy playing with the hunting horn on occasion. I have not done so in Generations Ultimate, but I can be convinced.
You're learning. Watch the first 2 or 3 of Love, Death, and Robots. I just don't get it. Feels like the later Black Mirror seasons in a way. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I really like the early fucking Love, Death, and Robots. That's the woman that's piloting the body, but the body is actually not the body because the body's actually the monster.
Yeah, the very first episode is just like peak cinematics to me.
Like, actually good twist. Congratulations.
My incredible, like, horror whenever I watched episode 2 and it was not more of that. I was like, what do you mean we don't get more cyberpunk underground monster fights with fucking lesbians making out? What do you mean? Come on.
I know
have to
people
watch like
didn't...
these robots talk about existence in a post-human world. Man.
I know people didn't like the episode generally, at least that was the response I saw online. But I really liked the werewolf military guy episode.
I don't remember which one that is.
Basically, just what if the U.S. military was in the Middle East, but they had guys who were werewolves to do like spotting.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's like,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, that's cool, I like that. It's like, it's not deep and thought-provoking, it's just a fun concept.
I think it had like themes of oppressing minorities, because like the werewolf people was like the minorities in question and like supposed to be an allegory, but I think that's about it.
But I mean, like, yeah, it's a thing set in the Middle East of America as the military. That's going to be the theme no matter what. Yeah. It's also just like treating soldiers like shit. The plot. But like, it was a good little episode. It didn't need to be any more than it was. Some of those episodes are really good, and some of them are not very good. And that's the unfortunate nature of an anthology.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag, as it is.
It's like Secret Level. Secret Level had some not great things in there either, but some of them were incredible. Fucking Warhammer Secret Level's great. And not even just because I love Warhammer, like, it was just genuinely a well-made production, but I don't expect anything less from the crew who worked on that, because I recognize some of the names. But,
Is there a live-action Warhammer show in the works?
There is. Multiple, actually. Although, I'm guessing one of them has been cancelled, and they haven't talked about it. They were looking to adapt Eisenhorn, who is, the one that I played that game of that was extremely bad and got removed from Steam.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then Henry Cavill has a secret one that he's working on that he has not talked about any ideas of. And Henry Cavill's the one guy that I'm like, cool, I'll trust him with this, because he is willing to make accommodations where necessary, but generally he wants to keep stuff as accurate as possible. But he understands that adaptations need to have some wiggle room. But like, hearing him behind the scenes on The Witcher, just being like, why do we need to change this? And them just being like, I don't know, the producer said to do this. I was like, that seems like a mistake. That said, I can't wait for them to come out and people just be Warhammer fans about it and immediately just say that it sucks because whatever reason.
I love that Henry Cavill's just a big nerd and still an actor.
Oh yeah, there's tons of people like that in the industry. Like, wrestling is full of huge geeks. Warhammer live action sucks because it depicts insert favorite side bad. I mean, that will be the argument that happens for sure. Warhammer people don't have the ability to enjoy something impartially.
Warhammer fans trying to enjoy their favorite thing, challenged impossible. How many other fandoms are there where it's like nobody
Pretty much
hates
all of
this
them.
fan nobody hates this more than its fandom does.
Pretty much any big one. Like, The Legend of Zelda is this, Star Wars is this, Star Trek is this.
Okay, for a moment I thought you said Star Fox. I was like, wait, hang on a minute. There's nothing there to enjoy. Hold on. Back up. There's nothing of Star Fox to enjoy anymore. Back up.
Same
Like-
with F-Zero. Oh, thank God they're putting that GX.
Like, fucking, what's it called? Tears of the Kingdom came out, and everybody was like, well, the reason that I really liked Breath of the Wild was because it was new and inventive and it did all of these things, and now we just have another one that's just more of the same. And I'm like, yeah, that's...
No, I like it because it's more of the same. I hate it because it makes no sense lore-wise.
But, like, people get mad about that, and I'm like, yeah, but, like, that's just Majora's Mask to Ocarina of Time, man. Like,
No, that makes sense lore-wise.
it's just... I mean, it makes sense lore-wise in that it's Legend of Zelda. They're making it up as they go.
They at least took the time to do it in Echoes of Wisdom. That was a good story. You should play Echoes of Wisdom. You should have Shepard play Echoes of Wisdom on stream.
What is Arcane Strike?
It's an insect glaive.
Did I just find an insect glaive?
Yeah.
Yes.
That can happen?
Yes.
Alright.
They're ancient and rust shards will give you weapons sometimes.
Or
Sure,
if they just
man.
didn't
I'll
like
take
those
it.
two. That doesn't really make you a contrarian. There's not very many. There's not like a massive amount of people that will like destroy you for not liking Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
But no, but like my point was, it was going to be that like you'll see people who love Breath of the Wild but hate Tears of the Kingdom, and the reason that they'll give is like the most inane reason, and it's like you understand in your mind that, you know, 20 years ago those were the dudes that were playing Wind Waker, and being like, I hate Wind Waker, Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time are the best Zeldas. And then Twilight Princess came out, and they were the same people that were like, Twilight Princess sucks, Wind Waker was great. And it's like, every Zelda that comes out is the worst Zelda until the next Zelda comes out, and then it was the best Zelda.
I only dislike one Zelda actively, and that was Skyward Sword.
See, I like Skyward Sword.
No, I only disliked it because it was repetitive. Too repetitive, anyway. I like the
disagree.
motion controls. They worked for me. That was actually fun.
World's first.
Yeah, but the rest of it I just didn't gel with the game too well. I 100%ed it, but I don't know. Just didn't like it.
There's a lot of stuff in there that I want to come back, like Girahim.
Oh yeah, I want him to come back.
I want Girahim back.
He's awesome.
I want somebody to one day trace the lineage of the Gerudo people to Groose.
Oh yeah,
Because that sucks so much, and it would be hilarious.
that'd be so shitty that it'd be awesome.
Like somebody in like an architect, or not architect, like an archaeology role, in a later Zelda, like you're helping them like dig up shit as a mini game or something, and then the end of it is like you find a gold statuette of Groose, and they're like, oh, this is the fabled origin of the Gerudo tribe, and everybody just because he's the only guy that looks like one in that.
Yeah.
He's got the eye color, he's got the hair, he's got the skin. He settles in the right area.
It's heavily implied that's where they came from.
And it makes it even funnier when you're just like, alright, so Ganon, after Demise, is a Gerudo.
Yes.
Which means that some dude carries the genetic lineage of, oh man, that dude stole Zelda from me. And then he just became a piece of shit. The genetic lineage of not getting to fuck.
Doesn't it like lead to no genetic lineage?
No, because he found other people to fuck. He just didn't get to fuck the one woman that he wanted when he was the equivalent of like a high school senior.
Yeah, it was like
It's like that. It's like that guy that didn't get his girlfriend in high school, so he like settled. And then like, what if 10,000 years later, his however many great grandson was like, I'm pissed.
I'm pissed on behalf of my great grandfather.
It is really funny that Groose is so big, like compared to everybody else in that world. And you look at him and you're just like, there's nobody else that they could have come from but this piece of shit. Like, he's too big.
Alright, well, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah,
That's reasonable.
me too. I'm logging out.
Had a wonderful time.
I'm locking
Thanks
out.
for having me.
Yeah,
Locking out.
yeah, I'm locking the fuck out. I'm going to bed. I'm taking a nap. That might last for like more than average nap hours.
Same. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.
Have a good one. And for you, chat, fuck off. Fuck off. Die forever. Burn in hell. I hope that you get a toothpick stuck underneath your toenail and you bust it against